Namaskar. We are going to have a glimpse of Dasbodh as I said earlier. Today happens to be the Dashak पाचवा समाज पहिला Guru Nischay. There are various kinds of mantras are there, and this fifth Dashak is meant for mantras. Like mantra means Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram, Om Bhurvasam Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhiyo Yo N Prachodayat, Om Trambakam Yajamhe Sugandhim Pushtivardham Urvariko Vendanat Mrutyur Like this, so many mantras are there. Infinite mantras are there. Just one sentence. Now, this dashak happens to be of mantras. Now, Samaj Pehla is Guru Nischay. Why we should have a Sadguru? Sadguru means that Guru, that teacher which takes us to Sat. Sat means the truth. Truth means the ultimate truth means the infinite soul that is Paramatma, which makes us yogi. Usually yoga means which help us becoming one with the God, which help us becoming Bhakta. Vibhakta Nasavai, there is Bhakta. Last time we saw that. So he helps us in becoming one with the God. Now, how does he guides us and why Sadguru is required? This is also explained over here. That you might think that your parents or your teacher or your the person who tells us to do these things and that things and all those things, those are gurus, and gurus are required not only to learn mathematics, physics, chemistry, or even small things. There could be guru, on the internet you can watch videos. So those for small things, if gurus are required for financial planning, for learning, how to cook, for learning, to cycle, for for driving, you might see and learn, you might listen and learn. That also makes somebody who is telling and watching and all this also makes us guru and teacher and the student. But in this field where we are trying to walk a path which is very sukshma means ultra microscopic, there Sadguru is always required. He tells us what is good, what is bad, what to do, what not to do, and he guides in such a way that we become yogi or bhakta, as already told you. So now he is going to explain all these things in very many ways. There are many things which were available at that time. He is explaining. Okay, it may happen that there are very harsh things he might be speaking, but those were required at that time, and that's how he enlightened the society at that time. Shri Rama, जय जय जी सद्गुरु पूर्ण कामा परमपुरुषा आत्मया रामा अनुर्वाच्य तुमचा महिमा वर्णिला नवचे. So Sadguru, you are Purna Kama, you are all fulfilled. You have fulfilled all your desires, and that is why you become Sadguru. And another side is you don't have desires, and that is why you are Sadguru. Parama Purusha, you are the ultimate person. Like that, in person having infinite qualities or infinite person. Atmaya Rama. You are inside my soul, and inside that soul also you are like Ram to me. Okay? Sanctum, you are sitting inside the sanctum sanctorium of sanctum sanctorium. That's, what a language. Anurvachya tumcha mahima varinila navase. I cannot explain you. You are beyond my any kind of explanation. जे वेदांस साकडे, जे शब्दांसी कानडे, even Vedas couldn't explain you. Any of the book cannot explain you. Any of the word cannot explain you. But that God, that Paramatma Tattva can be, understood and being realized only through the Sadguru to the disciple. ते सत्शिष्या से रोकडे अलभ्य लागे. Means the disciple who happens to be the Satshishya realizes only after he gets the guidance from the Sadguru. In simple one language, the Satshishya, the disciple, offers the prayers to the God the way he has been told by the Sadguru, and Sadguru helps him being a realized soul. And then he become yogi, then he become bhakta, and he cannot be separated from God all the times. जे वेदांचं साकडे ते शब्दाशी कानडे ते सत्शिष्याचे जोकडे अलभ्य रोकडे means it means happens. Ved cannot explain, Shabda words cannot explain, but Satshishya can realize it rokde with the help of Sadguru and the guidance of Sadguru and by Sadguru's kripa. जे योग्यांचं निजवर्मा, जे शंकराचं निजधामा, जे विश्रांतीचे निज विश्राम परम गुह्य अगाध. The yogis happen to be in his meditation, but he makes himself one with that yogi, and that is the kind of krupa, the kindness the Sadguru shows. Even Shankara happens to be merging with the God all the times and again coming into the body form and happening to, that is what happens. It happens through Sadguru only, because Sadguru Krupa. जे विश्रांतीचे निज विश्राम परम गुह्यगाध. You feel rest, real rest happens to be at the feet of Sadguru, or you can say when you merge with the Almighty Soul. Parama Guhya Agada, that is, Param means the ultimate, Guhya means the most secret, Agad means which cannot be explained. That Tattva, that is Sadguru. That is Sadguru, that is Paramatma, that is Parama Tattva, that is Ram, that is Shri Krishna, that is Yehovah, that is Allah, that is whatever you may call. That formless God. ते ब्रह्म तुमचे नि योगे स्वय आपणची होईजे अंगे दुर्घट संसाराचे नि पांगे पांगी जेना सर्वथा. That Brahma Tattva happens to be you, and your body is Chinmayakaya. You happen to be merged with that. So your each and every cell happens to be one with him only. स्वय होई जाएंगे दुर्गढ़ संसाराचे नि पांगे पांगी जेना सर्वथा. Now, when I get entangled into these worldly things, material things, I cannot escape without Sadguru's Krupa. That is what Samartha Ramdas is saying. आता स्वामीचे नि लढिवाळ पडे गुरु शिष्यांची लक्षणे सांगी जेती तेणेप्रमाणे मोक्ष शरण जावे. Now, as I told you about Arjuna, happens to be like a kid and he asking very many things to his mother, happens to be Shri Krishna. Like that, Sadguru also treats his Shishya like that, the disciple. And when you go at his feet, try to understand the thing. At that time, Sadguru happens to tell you like your mother telling to you as a kid. And then only you become a realized soul, otherwise not. गुरु तो सकळांसी ब्राह्मण, जरी तो झाला क्रियाहीन, तरी तयासीचं शरण अनन्य भावे असावे. Now, like I already told you, Brahmin means the person who knows the Brahman, who has become one with the Brahma. Brahmin means Brahma. So, already told you there are these are four kinds of sadhana: Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya. Yaha Brahmam Janati Sa Brahmana, then he remains one with the Brahma Tattva and he does all the work. Vaishya means the person who does the business. Which kind of business? He gets rid of bad things and he happen to do only profit. What is profit? To remain one with the God. Kshatriya, who happens to be taking his sword, with lot of efforts, he gets rid of bad things and remain one with the God. That is Kshatriya. Shudra happens to be, the humble person, like Dehabuddha tu dasam, Jibuddha tu dansha, Atmabuddha tvamevaham, like Hanumanji, who happens to remain at the feet of God and does all the work as if it is the service to Prabhu Ramchandra and offers his services at the feet of God. When he thinks he is a body, when he is Jiva, he thinks that he is a small part of infinite soul. When he becomes one with the God, when he thinks he is Atma, Paramatma Tattva, Brahma Tattva, he thinks that myself and yourself, we are one and the same thing. Like that, the person who knows all these things, that Brahma, that is a person, is a Brahman. Then he knows and then he is capable of being a Sadguru, then you can go and stay at his feet. अनन्य भावे. अहो या अहो या ब्राह्मणाकारणे अवतार घेतला नारायणे, विष्णूने श्रीवत्स मिरवणे तेथे इतर ते किती. So you might be knowing the story of Bhrigu Rishi. He hit with his leg at this part of Shri Vishnu. So he made a mark of that and he carried that everywhere. Shrivatsa. That mark is known as Shrivatsa. So he took the avatar for that. Descended Vishnu as some avatar. Like that. Okay. ब्राह्मण वचने प्रमाण होती शूद्रांचे ब्राह्मण धातू पाषाणी देव पण ब्राह्मणाचे मंत्रे. नाउ व्हाट आर एम टेलिंग यू ऑल द टाइम्स, हियर इज द प्रूफ. ब्राह्मण वचने प्रमाण होती शूद्रांचे ब्राह्मण. शूद्रांचे ब्राह्मण. ना ब्राह्मण वैश्य शूद्र क्षत्रिय and shudra. Shudras are the lowest. Now lowest means what? Those who are not trying to understand what is God, and those who say God doesn't exist, those are shudras. Not a human body. Human body is not shudra. Those who are not willing to understand God, they are shudra. Now shudranse brahman hoti means what? Shudra becomes brahmana. Brahmana means yaha brahmam janati. Jo those who understand what is brahma, who sees the brahma everywhere, those are brahmanas. Here is the proof now. Okay, brahman vachane pramana hoti shudranse brahmana. Now how they happened? Dhatu pashani dev pan brahmanache nimantre. Now you see, you offer prayers to the God. Okay, it could be made up of metal dhatu. Pashan means the stone. But you offer prayers to that God made up of stone or whatever it may be. When Brahmana offers mantras, and he requests him to come into this stone as a God tattva, and then we start praying to that murti. That murti means that statue. So that much powerful Brahmanas are, and if they become Yaha Brahmam Janati Sa Brahmana, then they are the supreme Brahmanas, you can say. Like that, even Brahman, Vaishya, Shudra, Kshatriya, all can become Brahmana. It means they can become a realized soul. And my Sadguru Swami Madhanath used to say that I can give you in writing that this is the way if you perform this sadhana. Yukta har vyarasya, yukta chestasya karma. This is what you have to do, this is what you should not do. Then I can give you in writing that within 60 years, if you are living 60 more years, you can become a realized soul. In 36 years, for some people who are sattvic, you can become, realized soul within 36 years. That I can give in writing. That is what he used to say. And there were people, for example, who were doing fantastic things. You 60 years. Go 60 years. You perform. You have to maintain your body well and all those things. मुंजी बंधने विरहित तो शूद्रचे निभ्रांत द्विजन्मी होनी सतत. सो मुंजी बंधने विरहित तो शूद्रचे निभ्रांत द्विजन्मी म्हणून संतत द्विज ऐसे नाम. Okay, that's it. Brahmanas have second birth once they perform certain puja. So they are known as dvijanma, means twice they take birth in the human life itself. Now, there are so many pujas, even the munja, the thread ceremony and all these things. Brahmanas only perform. There are a lot of things Brahmanas perform. So, that is the importance of Brahmins. Apart from this, at one place he has said that, these Brahmins have kept the Veda Jnana, means knowledge of Vedas and all these books. They have stored it since so many years. I was going to say billions of years. And that is why thousands of years, if you believe thousand, if you believe millions, millions. Okay. Since long, they have kept this knowledge with them, with Shruti, Smruti and Grantha as well. If they work so hard that at some places they have written this on the Tamrapatra, means copper plates, so that it should not be lost. It is such an important knowledge. So they have their efforts as well. सकाळचे पूज्य ब्राह्मण हे मुख्य वेदाज्ञा प्रमाण वेदविरत जे अप्रमाण अप्रिय भगवंता. Now what is the Vedajna means? That is the order of Vedas. What is that? Tattvamasi, Pradhanam Brahma, yeah, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. That you should be able to see God, Brahma Tattva everywhere, and that's how you become a Brahman. ब्राह्मणी योग याग व्रते दाने ब्राह्मणी सकल तीर्थाड़े कर्म मार्ग ब्राह्मण वीण होणार. All these yoga yag and all these things, pujas you are performing, without Brahmin it is not going to happen. Brahman Veda Murtimanta. Brahmin should be Veda Murtimanta. He should be walking the talk. He should be, Murtimanta. He should be full of Vedas. Whatever you should be knowing all these things. ब्राह्मण तोची भगवंत पूर्ण होती मनोरथ विप्र वाक्य करणे. इफ Brahman happens to be ya brahmam janati sa brahmana, then whatever he says it is going to happen. But at the same time they do not waste their energy into this fantastic things, because riddhi siddhi also you have to take punarapi janam punarapi maranam again. Okay, means if Brahman says that is going to happen, that is for sure, because he knows Brahma. ब्राह्मण पूजने शुद्ध वृत्ती होन जडे भगवंती ब्राह्मण तीर्थे उत्तम गति पावती पाणी. Okay, if you offer prayers to that Brahmana who is Brahmam Janati, then you can become a good person. लक्ष्य भोजने पूज्य ब्राह्मण आन याति से पुसे कोण परी भगवंता से भाव प्रमाण येरा चाड़ नाही. Now, यहा ब्रह्मम जानती सा ब्राह्मण, one Brahmin who knows how is the Brahma. Now Laksha means 100,000 Brahmins, you collect such kind of people who yaha Brahmam Janati and you offer food to them. Imagine what kind of peace and tranquility, and you also can get an enlightened soul if you are rich. I mean, but at the same time you should be Yukta or VRS as well. Okay. A lot of people can come together and happen to offer such kind of food to 100,000 Brahmins. So this is also possible, but at the end of the day, those Brahmins should be pure Brahmins, Yaha Brahmam Janati, and those people who are offering this Lakshya Bhojan also should be pure, Yaha Brahmam Janati. There are conditions everywhere put over here. अंतेज शब्द जात ज्ञात बरवा परी तो नेऊन काय बरावा करावा ब्राह्मणा सनिध पूजात हे तोडून गडे. So other people don't have that much importance. In which society is born, that is not important. Okay, ब्राह्मण ह्या ब्रह्मम जानाते. जे जना वेगळे केले ते वेदे अवहेरिले म्हणून त्याचे नाव ठेवले पाषांड मत. ओके, नाउ there it could happen that people are doing something else, but what I told is like this. So you should do all the things being a realized soul by understanding everything. That is what he means to say. असो जे हरिहर दास त्यास ब्राह्मणी विश्वास ब्राह्मण भजने भोवतास पावन केले. So Hari and Har Das are there. They offer their prayers to the Yaha Brahmam Janati Sa Brahmana, the realized soul, and they become a pure and pious soul as well. ब्राह्मणे पाविजे देवादी देवा तरी किमर्थ सद्गुरु करावा ऐसा म्हणाल तरी निज ठेवा सद्गुरु विना. Now you see that we offer prayers to the Brahman through Brahman and all those things we are. Then why Sadguru is required? Sadguru takes you to Sat. Brahman can perform all this puja. If he is a realized soul, then it is good. But if he is not, then Sadguru is always required. Whether you are doing this puja, that puja, whatever it may be, but Sadguru is need of your life. Because for so many things you need Guru, then in this Paramartha Marga, Sadguru is very important. Without that, the real Paramartha may or may not happen. May or may not happen, he is also saying. स्वधर्म कर्मी पूज्य ब्राह्मण परी ध्यान वे सद्गुरु विण ब्रह्म ध्यान नसता सीण जन्म मृत्यू चुकना. Unless you become a realized soul, you cannot get rid of janma mrityu. Being born, being died, 8.4 million births. Okay, very clear. सद्गुरु विण ज्ञान काही सर्वथा होणार नाही. अज्ञान प्राणी प्रवाही वाहत जेल. If you are not a realized soul, then you can go anywhere. वाहत जी गेले. ज्ञानविरहित जे केले ते जन्मासी मूळ झाले. म्हणून सद्गुरूंची पावले सदृढ धरावी. Without realizing this, whatever you do, then it can go west. you can born again. But if you happen to meet Sadguru and Sadguru happens to bless you, then you don't leave the his Pauli, means you live at the feet of Sadguru only. Means you live as a humble soul in front of him. So that once you become humble, Debuddha to Dason, Jibuddha to Danshat, Atmuddha to Meham. Like Hanumanji, you serve everybody as Sadguru, you serve everybody as Parabrahma Tattva. And when you are at the, you think you are a body. When you are a Jiva, you are that part of that uh, infinite soul. When you become infinite soul, then Ram and Hanumanji are one and the same thing. That is what Hanumanji said. So like that, you also become the servant of your Sadguru. When you think you are a body, Jiva, you become part of him, and he is infinite soul. So you also become infinite soul like him. Because already Hanumanji has said that Ram was his Sadguru. So imagine, and even Shivaji also said Ram word is existing. Ram, in the body form he is right now, but that Ram word is existing since long, and he is chanting it all the times. Billions he recited, still he feels that no, I should chant more. That is the infinity. And even Bhagwan Shankara is saying his kapri is performing this sadhana like a mumukshu. Then who are we, in fact? ज्यास वाटे देव पाहते सत्संग धराव सत्संगी विना देवाधिदेवा पाविज येते नाही. Those who want to realize the God and become a realized soul, they should happen to live with the good people who are chanting name of the God, who are into pravachana, puja, dhyan, dhan, and all these things. Without that, you cannot, uh, achieve the Atma Gyan. That is what is said over here. During whenever Swami Madhanath, when he was there, it continues. Before Swami Madhanath, then after him, and after him, and after him. It will continue, because since Lord Shankara, it is going on. Our Paramparam Sadguru was Dhaneshwar Maharaj. Then it came from Bhagwan Shiva. So it continues. It will continue forever. So satsang happens to be, the place where Swami Madhanath used to, on Sundays, especially, or on holidays, he used to invite the question and answer to them, so that people remain on the good path in their life. Then regularly he used to have the pravachan every day in the night, 9 to 10:30, something like that. After all his, he had the, he was the cloth merchant, he had the one particular place, he had his place where he used to sell the cloths. So regularly satsanga is very important, so that you come to realize, oh, this is what good people do. You learn from them, they learn from you, and then everybody starts walking towards that. And already Samartha Ramdas said to Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj that we are on the same path. It is an infinite path. Who walks fast and who walks slow, that is not important. Walking is very important. Because at every moment you realize you are a Paramatma, and that is very important. That is what he said. Nana sadhane bapudi sadguru vena kariti vedi, guru krupe vena kudkudi vertha chodi. Lot of sadhanas people perform. Somebody goes to mass, somebody perform, a puja, archana, and so many things. Mass, even there is a mass kind of thing in Hinduism as well. All the people offer prayers to God, and all those things. There are so many kinds of things are there. So many kinds of sadhana, means the kind of penance everybody does. Kartik snane, Magha snane, Vrati Udyapane dane, Goranjani Dhumrapane, Sadhiti Panchagni. There are many kinds of sadhana. Kartik Snan is there during Kartik Mass. Magha snane, Magha Mass. There are a lot of Vrati and Udyapane. Vratas means 16 Monday Vrat. No, in fact, In place of asking for something as you ask that, Bhagwan Shiva, please, uh, I should be able to see you. Give me darshan. In place of that, so many vratas and upas people do and they ask something after that vrat and upas. This time I did Kartik Snan. Next year I shall come only when you give me $1 million, something like that. Then, if you ask for that, and again you are going to born, and all that that cycle is attached to you. This is what he is saying. It's हरिकथा पुराण श्रवण आदरे करती निरूपण सर्व तीर्थे परम कठीण फिरती प्राणी. Harikatha, Puran, Shravan, they listen, they tell the stories. Nirupan, like this. Sarvatirthe Paramakatina, Firti Prani, they do a lot of things and they keep wandering. झळफळीत देवार सॉरी देवतार्चने स्नाने संध्या दर्भासने टिळे माळा गोपीचंदने ठसे श्रीमुद्रांचे. So a lot of things they do. Sandhya, Snan, then Tire, and there are a lot of things they do. Shri Mudra, then अर्घपाते संपुष्ट गोकरणे मंत्रयंत्रांची ताम्रपर्णे नाना प्रकारची उपकरणे साहित्य शोभात. सो दे डू इट विथ ब्युटिफुल थिंग्स. Golden आचरण golden the plate and all those things they do it. Tamra, even copper also, it's possible. So they do it with so many good things. Then even yantras and mantras are there. Means yantra like this, it is something is there. Shri yantra, yeah, so many yantras are there. They offer pujas to it as well. You should do it, but after realizing what you are doing it, you should not ask something out of it except self-realization. That is also he is reminding us all the times. घंटा घणा घणा वाजती स्तोत्रे स्तवने आणि स्तुती आसने मुद्रा ध्याने करीती प्रदक्षिणा नमस्कार. Tang tang tang, घंटा घणघणा स्तोत्रे offer stotras. Ganpati stotra, Ram Raksha stotra, Hanuman stotra, and so many stotras are stavane. So many stavanas are there. Stuti, praising the Lord. Asane, yogasanas and all this, mudra and all this, like this. So many dhyan means meditation. Pradakshina. If the God is over here, then they do pradakshina around him. So like that, in Hindi and Marathi I told about, what happened in Mathura. The day we were given layoff in our place, the same day I happened to see the Lord Shri Krishna in a child form. So the person came and told me, sir, this is the decision. Okay, I said, I respect. Now, job is gone, but I got the darshan of Shri Krishna. So whether I should worry about job gone or I should be happy. So this is what you might be feeling. I told him, I'm feeling very happy that I got the darshan of Shri Krishna. Suddenly it oozed out of my mouth. Okay, don't mind. It is your duty to come and tell me. Then I hope that such things don't get hidden. It spreads like something. So one of the Panditji said, if you step out of the, that place, Sarji, it happens in this premises. I mean, Mathura, around 50-100 kilometers area. People happen to see Lord Shri Krishna, maybe in the child form, if your mind is pure like a child. Then if you are mature enough, then you can see the Lord, with his flute and very beautiful sound. Then a lot of people have seen Sheshashayi Bhagwan and all those things happens. Some people have seen him dancing. So like that, you see, if this happen, pradakshina, if you do the pradakshina, I didn't do the pradakshina. I just went and saw and all those things, came home and I saw definitely. Then, pradakshina means with legs you should walk and do. But at that time, pandemic was there, so it was not allowed. 29 or 30 kilometers walking was not allowed. So how to do it? I asked him. He said you can take a rickshaw means, and take a pradakshina. Then I did the pradakshina, came on, and I got the darshan. I mean, if I in the morning I come to know that I am not in the job, then what I shall do? I went there and did all this thing because I don't know when I shall be able to go to that place Mathura again, because pandemic was there and we didn't know when it will go. So I came on and saw that. So, and I hope you understand. So then I came to realize that Govardhan Parvat is there, a 29-kilometer walk is there, Mathura is there, some walk is there, and even to whole Panchakroshi, Vrindavan, Mathura, and all those 256, 259, 260-kilometer walk is also there. And people happen to see Lord Shri Krishna there during this pradakshina. So pradakshina means a circumcircle navigation is there. Another thing, now I can tell you example in each of these, but pradakshina I'm telling you because this lot of people have told. You know, some people take pradakshina of Narmada river and they happen to see the Lord Parshuram. There are people in Ayodhya, they happen to see Sri Rama. There are people who happen to go to Vaishali and Lumbini, where the Lord Buddha were born and he got enlightened in below the tree of that people tree. So they also saw Buddha over there. There are people in Dwarka and all these places where they saw Shri Krishna. There are places like Ujjain Mahakaleshwar. There people saw the Shiva. So with pradakshina, in fact, to that linga you cannot do the pradakshina, but there are certain places where you can perform your sadhana and you can see the Lord Shiva over there. There are people in Pandharpur who happen to do the pradakshina and see the Lord Vithala. I told you last time that I saw that Vithala when I was doing such kind of, and now I am doing all these videos and all these things just in front of God. Ananyas chintayanto ma ye janah paripasate tesham nityaviyuktanam yogakshimam vahamyam. On this I was speaking. 51 minutes he was listening in front of me. He was more than 8 foot tall, and it was, I already told you that Sri Krishna and this Lord Vitthal also, you know, highly densely packed, a bliss blood blue light of sky is there. If that is, that the body made of that's how they look. Okay, प्रदक्षिणा नमस्कार. पंचायतनं पूजा केली, मृत्तिकेची लिंगे लाखोली, केले नारिकेल भरेली संपूर्ण सांग पूजा. So there are Panchayatna Puja, Mrittika means Mrittika Lingam. That, like I said, that Hartalika Vrat is there before when the Lord Ganesha 10 days Vrat is there. So before that, Hartalika Vrat is there. Mrittika Linga, with the sand they prepare the Shiva Linga and they offer the puja. So there are so many kinds of pujas there. They do yatha sang, means with all the steps they do it. They follow all the norms as well. Uposhane nishtha nema parama sahasi kele karma falachi pavati varma sukale prani. Now they did a lot of uposhana, means fasting. Now today happens to be the Ashadi Ekadashi. So a lot of people do the uposhan, means upvas. Upvas means fasting. Now, what exactly Uposhan means? You live, sit with the God. You become one with the God. That is Uposhan. Upashan. Fasting. What exactly is fasting? You do nothing but sit with the God. All the times, inside your Jeev becomes, all these are yogi, bhakti, Uposhan, fasting. Everything has only one meaning. Parama sahasya kele karma phalache pavati varma chukale pran. But if you happen to do it with as a realized soul, with understanding everything, then it's okay. Otherwise, you commit a mistake and it may happen that you become entangled into Janma Maran Fera, Punarapi Janam, Punarapi Maran. You be born again, die again. 8.4 million births are there. यज्ञा दिके कर्मे केली हृदय फळाशा कल्पेली आपले इच्छेने घेतली सुती जन्मासी. Now if you do it with some wish that I shall do this, but you have to fulfill my this wish, gone. You are going to born again. Okay. करूने नानासा असं केले 14 विद्यांचा अभ्यास. देर आर 14 कला and 64 विद्या. Means these kinds of things are there in Sanatan Dharma. Riddhi Siddhi Savkas वळल्या जाईल. So you happen to have Riddhi and Siddhi. Riddhi means and Siddhi. Siddhi means if you say Vacha Siddhi means you say something that happens. Riddhi means sitting here. You might have heard about the stories of FBI and UFO and all those things. That sitting here within 500 meters range, they realize what is exactly is happening there. So that's how they, the spying is there and all fantastic things are there. I mean, even, whether that person has seen UFO or not, there's psychic analysis they do and all fantastic things are there. Those come under Riddhi only. Siddhi means Vacha Siddhi, you speak and that happens. Riddhi means you can understand the paranormal things with your presence and with your certain qualities. That is Riddhi. But Swamiji always used to say that you don't get entangled into this. He always used to say that in the next 100 houses beyond this, I don't know who lives, because he don't want to waste his energies into that. तरी सद्गुरु कृपे विरेत सर्वथा न घडे स्वहित, येमपुरीचा अनर्थ चुके ना येणे. Without Sadguru, Swahit means good things. Swa means self. Something happening good to you cannot happen. And Yemapuri means the Lord of the death. And then you go to hell and you get fried and all those things. You cannot get rid of that. So that is why Sadguru is required in the life, because he can guide you well on the good path. Okay. जवळ नाही ज्ञानप्राप्ती तेव्हा चुकेना यातायाती गुरु कृपेविना अधोगती गर्भवास चुकेना. Unless you become realized soul, you cannot go, come, born, die. This will not stop. It may happen that if Guru Krupa means blessings of the Sadguru is not there, then you can go and on the downfall in your life as well. Not only Punarapi Jandrama and Punarapi Madam, but downfall in life also may happen. ध्यान धारणा मुद्रा आसन भक्ती भाव आणि भजन सकळ ही फोल ब्रह्मज्ञान जवते प्राप्त नाही. You do meditation. Dhyan means dharana means you are looking at the God and trying to chant something, and you do a lot of things. Dharana is there. Mudra, then asana, you perform yoga asanas and all these things. Bhakti, there are Navavidha Bhakti already said. Bhava, bhajan, Hiram Jaram Jai Jaram, something like that. A lot of bhajans are there. Infinite bhajans are there in India. Saka hi full of Brahman, and it goes into West. Unless you become realized soul, you become Brahmajnani, Atmajnani. Okay? सद्गुरु कृपानं जोडे आणि भलतीच कडे वावडे, जैसे आंधळे चाच रोन पडे गारी आणि गडाधरा. If Sadguru Kripa is not there, blessing of Sadguru is not there, then you may wander here and there, you may waste your life straight away. जैसे नेत्री घालिती अंजना पडे दृष्टीचं निधान, तैसे सद्गुरु वचने ज्ञान प्रकाश होय. Like you apply some, the kajal over here, like this. All ladies do that, maybe not all, few. Then you eye drops somebody puts, and then you start seeing good things and clear things, and your eyes become better. Like that, Sadguru gives you pure vision of life, what exactly to do and not to do. In fact, it may happen that right now we are walking on the path, on the razor's blade. Once we realize soul, we not only walk on the razor blade, but you can say not only molecules, atoms, but the electrons, but quarks. Quarks are known as tanmatra in India. So you walk on the path of quarks, up, down, north, and those quarks, you may say that much, you may say that 10 raised to minus 35 Fermi level, or even beyond that, still more microscopic than that. You walk the path, you cannot commit a mistake, all your things goes and offered at the feet of God. You become one, and your work become God's work only. That's what he is saying. सद्गुरुविने जन्म निर्फळ, सद्गुरुविने दुःख सकळ, सद्गुरुविने तळमळ जाणार नाही. Without Sadguru, your this life goes waste. You happen to feel the sorrows only, and you happen to, like this. You cannot get rid of that. सद्गुरुचीने अभयंकर प्रकट होई जे ईश्वर, संसार दुःख अपारे नासून जाते. Now Sadguru happens to be so powerful that your soul get frightened. No, I'm going to lose my jiva bhava, and then he merges with the immortal soul. That's how Sadguru is required, and then you become realized soul. Samsara dukkha pare nasune means all the samsara dukkha you are born, you become a realized soul straight away. That's all. You get rid of all these fantastic things. मागे झाले थोर थोर संत महंत मुनीश्वर, त्यासही ज्ञान विज्ञान विचार सद्गुरूचे. In the past also, lot of saints, mahantas, santa means the realized soul. Mahanta means taking care of his ashram and all those things. Muneshwar, Munishwar, Munis. Munis means rishis who are researching. Munis means who are thinking over it and then making the ideas clear for the people, a common man. Tayas ही ज्ञान विज्ञान विचार सद्गुरूचे. To them also, ज्ञान, what is clarity in thought, ज्ञान विज्ञान विचार सद्गुरूचे. Because of Sadguru only they could think all these things. श्री रामकृष्ण आदि गुरुने अति तत्पर गुरुभजनी सिद्ध साधू संतजनी आणि संतजनी गुरुदास्य केले. Even Prabhu Ramachandra, he followed his Sadguru's ajna. Shri Krishna also followed his Sadguru's ajna. Tatpara Guru Bhajani. Sri Ramakrishna went with Vishwamitra, and then he killed Tatka and all those things happened. He learned a lot of, being Kshatri, he learned a lot of Astra Vidya and all those things from Vishwamitra. Then Krishna happened to be, Sandipani. So his guru were Sadnipani. So Sandipani told him that I want his Guru Mata, means his wife told him that her son died at the age of 8 or 10 early age, and he got drowned here. We don't know where he is, but he's not seen after that. Okay, I shall bring him. So he searched all the Saptapata and all those things, so many places, and he brought him. That's the Guru Dakshina he offered. I hope you know all these stories. I mean, these are basic things. Everybody knows that is what we feel. Touchwood. I'm saying touchwood. Okay. So Sadguru विण जन्म निर्फळ, सद्गुरु विण दुःख सकळ, सद्गुरु तळमळ जाणार नाही. Without Sadguru, you cannot become a realized soul. सद्गुरूचे अभयंकरे प्रकट होई जे ईश्वरे, संसार दुःख अपारेस नासून जाते. Because of Sadguru, you can see the God everywhere, and you remain one with that. मागे झाले थोर थोर संत महंत मुनीश्वर, त्यासे ज्ञानविचार सद्गुरूचे. All these good people happen to have on the good path because of Sadguru. श्री रामकृष्ण आदि गुरूंनी अति तत्पर गुरु भजनी सिद्ध साधू आणि संतजनी गुरुदास्य केले. All siddha, sadhu and santa, they all have Sadguru, and they said Guru Bhajan, nothing. Guru Bhajan is the best thing. You remain at the feet of God, means Sadguru, and you become one with the God. You become yogi, bhakta and all those things because of Sadguru. Sat Guru means the person who takes you to the Sat, means Paramatma. That is Sadguru straight away. सकळ सृष्टीच्या चाळक हरिहर ब्रह्मादिक तेही सद्गुरुपदी रंक महत्वानं चढेते. You might be knowing Hari and Har and Brahmadik, they also had their own Sadguru. You might be knowing the story of Datta. When Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh came, the Atrushi's wife, she made them child, and then the Dattatreya was born. I mean, so that story you might be knowing. Then you might be knowing the story of that Brahmadev, when Sri Krishna happened to take a meeting of all the Brahmadevas. There are many infinite universes, in fact. So he happened to take, the meeting of nearby Brahmandas, means universes. Ours is only one universe. There, nearby universes. He called the Brahmadevas the lord of those yeah, universes nearby. Our Brahmadev happened to be of four, uh, you know, four heads, front, back, right, south, Purva, Pashchim, Uttar, Dakshin. He had the fifth head, but that was destroyed. You might be knowing that story as well. So he came late. Then he said, "Oh, he saw, oh, these kinds of things are there." There are many stories attached to it. Somebody says that he had four heads, one head, two head, three head, four head, five head, like 100 heads. Person was also there. Brahmadev was there. So what happens that forehead seat was vacant. He went and sat there. He said, "Who are these all people? How can that person have had 100 heads?" He started asking. He said, "You are left. Please sit. We are taking a meeting for to run this this universe well." So because he was treating as the person who is happens to be the cowboy, in fact, straight away. So what happened, you see? So he said that we are meeting. So all Brahmadevas suddenly said, "Ananta Kodi Brahmana and Bhagwan Shri Krishna ki jai." So then he realized, oh, he is not cowboy, he is the Ananta Kodi Brahmana. So that story also you might be knowing. Then Sakal Sushtiche Chak Brahmadev and all these people, Harihar Brahmadev, Sadgurupati Ranka Mahatvanadare, they also are, the servant of their Sadguru. Because at the end of the Kalpanta means when all the things are going to merge again. Again, Ekoham Bhavisyam, one Tattva is there, again infinite universes are there. That cycle goes on. Science may realize or may not realize, that is different story. We somebody said, "You are a scientist, how can you believe on this?" I said, "You tell me, why should I not believe?" Once I said, "Oh, is it like that?" Oh, then he realized, "Oh, you are also right." Then I said, "You are also right. Questioning is not bad. You can question, then you understand, and then you become also realize. So that is also important. That will come into the Gita someday time. You question, 5 whys, 10 times why also I can ask, and then you become realized soul. Because I mean 100 times. I mean, so many questions are there, unsolved questions are there. In fact, Sakal Sushtiche Chak Higher Brahmadigati Sadgurupati Ranka Mahatwana Zare. You become humble person in front of your Sadguru, and then you become realized. And slowly you achieve that one. Even after achieving, you know, even today, Shiva also said that he is Kapadi, he is also still performing sadhana. Like that, Samartha Ramdas, when happened to meet Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, he said, "We are on the same path. This is infinite path. Yours is also infinite path. So don't think somebody is great or small or something like that." Okay. असो जियासी मोक्ष व्हाते आणि सद्गुरू करावा, सद्गुरू विना मोक्ष पावा, हे कल्पांती न घडे. Those who want the moksha, mukti, brahmadhan, they should have the Sadguru. Without Sadguru, moksha pava hai kalpanti nagade. At the end of the whole universes, all the universes, they are going to merge. I already said. Then Hiranyagarbha is form and all those things. Without Sadguru, even if this much time goes, you will not get the Brahmadhan, Atmadhan, Moksha, Kaivalya Prapti. So many concepts are there in so many religions. आता सद्गुरु ते कैसे नव्हे ते इतर गुरु ऐसे ज्यांचे कृपेने प्रकाश शुद्ध ज्ञान. Now, how are the Sadgurus? What are their characteristics? How they behave? What they eat? How they speak, talk? Why they walk the talk? This is what we are going to see in the next समास. त्या सद्गुरूची ओळखण पुढील समासी निरूपण बोलिले असे श्रुती श्रवण अनुक्रमे करायचे. अनुक्रमे मीन्स स्टेप बाय स्टेप आय एम टेकिंग यू टुवर्ड्स द लॉर्ड. सो प्लीज लिसन and listen with full concentration, full devotion. Beautiful. इति श्री दासबोधे गुरु शिष्य संवादे गुरु निश्चय नाम समास पहिला. So today happens to be Ashadhi Ekadashi. And I told you how what kind of Vitthal I saw, and Shri Krishna I saw, Hanumanji I saw, and thrice I saw Ganeshji. So please believe in God and believe in Samartha Ramdas. You should have Sadguru, and you should become a realized soul. That is the and only aim of being born as a human being. Okay? Next is Guru Lakshan that we are going to see later. Thank you very much.